Alright, so apparently LYCONROC is being suspect tested right now in the UU tier. So, yeah, boss of YouTube, aka what's up YouTube, how's it going everybody? Have for y'all today another showdown live in the UU tier once again. And as I mentioned, LYCONROC DUSK is currently being suspected, so let me know what you think about that. Let's outsmart that YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment down below. I will be responding to all of them, and if you enjoy the video, then subscribe to the channel for more. So, it's very interesting. I really personally haven't had many issues with LYCONROC, but I can see why it would be an absolute giant issue to potentially deal with. So I figured, hey, let's try and use it for this live. Next off, we have Heavy Duty Boots Noivern, which is just absolutely amazing paired up with Noivern, honestly. We have Weezing, more or less kind of the same set, just more mixed defensive with Dual Stab, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Splits. We have Assault Vest Slowking, which may be a little bit odd because Slowbro is in the tier, but this is nice to be able to sponge special hits mainly from opposing Noiverns. Next off, we have a Seismitoad, which is a little bit odd, but I've been running into a lot of Rotom Wash the past few nights and earlier while trying to change this team up. And then finally, we have a Choice Scar from Manchow because it just hits ridiculously hard and is pretty cool. So yeah, that is a squad. Let's go ahead and get into this live. Alright, so we got our first matchup here, and this team looks pretty cool. Looks like Future Sight is more or less free, although if he does have Future Sight on his squad, then that could also be a little bit annoying. But looking at leads, Noivern, potentially, also Cobalion. Oh, shout out to my boy under the radar. Lol. So, I kind of want to lead Seismitoad just to get on my rocks. Thinking he could lead the Cobalion, but it leads why would... if this has Zen Headbutt... Oh, nope. I didn't even want to do that. I didn't even want to make that play, but it works out because we skillfully dodged there. So... yeah, I meant to bring in my Weezing, and then we get a burn. Okay, so we are off to a very lucky start here. I'm not going to lie. As he decides to double into his Galar Bro, I'm just going to go ahead and get up my rocks here as he brings in the Noivern. I thought about going for the Ice Punch there. I really wanted to, but it's not that big of an issue as we should be able to bring in Weezing here. He goes for the Hurricane. Oh, that does a lot. That could be Specs maybe, but this does allow us to go for the Pain Split now, as we do get back a really good amount of HP. So he's gonna have to hit 2 back-to-back Hurricanes later, as I kind of want to stay in and go for the Will-O-Wisp, but honestly my own Slowking is kind of my safest switch in here as he goes for a Future Sight. His best switch to this is most likely the Doublade or the Sylveon. So I kind of want to Scald here just to be on the safe side, as we do get off a good chunk of damage, and we managed to get the burn as he might get a poison on us. No poison, but what this does allow us to do is go for a Future Sight of our own, as he does end up switching into the Noivern here, and we take the Future Sight, which is actually not that bad because I'm going to go ahead and go for Psyshock here. So he's in a position of where he can either stay in and get smacked, or he could bring in the Sylveon to take the Future Sight. So I kind of want to Psyshock here because Sylveon is a big nuisance to this squad. Yeah, so we get off a good chunk on the Noivern. This is definitely an easy 2-hit KO. And now Ice Punch will be able to knock out Noivern on a potential switch in here. But more or less, Psyshock is free. Even if it brings in the Blade, it's not going to be that big of an issue. As we do hit him with the Psyshock, he's going to take the Future Sight damage, bringing him down to a solid little bit of HP here. And I feel like I can more or less just bring in Seismitoad here as he goes for the Swords Dance. This is a little scary, so I don't know if I want to knock off or Scald. Scald might be a little bit better here. This is where having like Earth Power would be really handy. So Close Combat does do a really good chunk of damage to us, but it doesn't knock us out, as we're going to be able to finish him off. And keeping Toad around is still super nice because we outspeed the Galar Bro, so we can't get up rocks on that. He could bring in Virizion again, which would be a little problematic. Hold on. As he brings in Cobalion, do I want to risk this potentially Swords Dancing? I mean, is that really the worst thing ever? Not necessarily. As he goes for rocks, that's fine with me. I honestly just kind of want to defog here. As he stays in. Oh, does he have Stone Edge? No. Okay, so he made a good play there. Goes for the Volt Switch. So this thing being on an air balloon is a little bit of a nuisance, honestly. This could be Assault Vested is what I'm thinking. So I kind of want to Draco here and just be really aggressive. Yeah, that's some pretty good damage. Honestly, there's no way he stays in here. So he could bring in the Sylveon. This gives me a chance to bring in Toad to get on my rocks again, potentially. As we would take the Future Sight at that point. Is that the worst thing ever? Not really, like... Yeah, I'm going to make an aggressive switch here into Toad, expecting Sylveon. Yeah, so we should be faster than this, which means we can go ahead and get up our rocks. We will drop to the Future Sight, but that's not the worst case scenario ever, honestly. As he actually decides to go straight for the Hyper Voice, knocking us out, right? Yeah, because Future Sight should have activated this turn. So we can bring in Weezing here. Ah, dude, Sylveon is actually such a problem to this team. I'm not gonna lie. I think Slowking is kind of honestly just a safe play. I'm just gonna go straight for the Psyshock. As he goes for the Wish, fine with me. I'm just gonna Psyshock again. I don't mind this at all. As we are gonna be able to knock out the Noivern there. He probably thought I would go for the Future Sight, Predict and Protect, but it really was not in my best interest to do that. So in comes the Virizion. I kind of want to stay in, honestly, because I'm pretty sure I live any hit. So if he's Life Orbed, unfortunately, he does have a chance to knock me out. Am I able to risk that? Because if he knocks me out, what do? I bring in LYCONROC and I just get a kill. I don't think he would be Life Orb though. Would he? I'm gonna risk it. Oh, he predicted the switch. He was Life Orbed, and that's able to pay out for us as we are able to knock out the Virizion. Okay, wow. Okay. Even though he was Life Orbed, which the UU Calc literally says they're Life Orbed, I was like, oh, he's not gonna be Life Orbed, right? There's no way. He was Life Orbed, which is really bad. So I'm gonna Scald here as we're able to get off a huge chunk of damage on the Cobalion, also getting the burn. I do kind of want to keep this healthy, but yeah, I guess he thought this was more or less of a losing game. Yeah, okay, Sylveon is actually a giant problem to this squad. Maybe I should put Sludge Bomb on Weezing over Strange Steam, although Strange Steam does have its benefits. I don't know, I guess maybe Toxic in this sense would actually be better. Like, double status does seem a little bit odd, but I mean, they both have their merits, and from what I've seen, Sylveon don't carry Heal Bell right now. I could change this maybe to Sludge Bomb in itself. Yeah, I feel like this is more similar to what I had before on my other team with Weezing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get another game here. Alright, so we got our next game here, and a Ninjask. Okay, I'm losing my voice because I was caught real off guard from that that Ninjask. That could actually be a little scary, maybe. I kind of want to lead Mienshao, maybe. Why do I feel like anytime I see something obscure or that I'm not used to is what I'm going to lose to? So honestly, Seismitoad might not be that bad, although he could lead Rotom. Actually, hold on, what stops me from leading Noivern? Yeah, Noivern is kind of free here. Unless he leads with this. Which, I mean, I do outspeed, but unfortunately we don't have Hurricane. So I'm going to switch right into my Weezing here. As soon as I get rid of Salazzle, I can get up my Spikes. My T-Spikes, sorry. Not T-Spikes. Well, I don't have them anymore. Never mind. Yeah, I just made a change. What are you doing, Lou? I'm losing my mind is what I'm doing, apparently. So, in this scenario, Will-O-Wisp honestly wouldn't be that much better because his best switch-in is definitely going to be Salazzle. I don't know if he's going to have U-turn on this or not, so I'm just going to make the safe switch into my Slowking as he actually goes for Protect. Okay, so he's Toxic, Protect, Leech Seed, I'd assume? What are you doing? Well, I mean, I'm going to Sludge Bomb now, I guess. As he protects here. So now I would assume he's going to switch, right? Like, there's no reason for you to stay in. If he brings us a Salazzle, I mean, I guess I more or less still get a safe switch into my Slowking. I just don't want this getting up a free substitute. Because if this is sub-Toxic Protect, That could be really problematic. But he actually stays in here, probably thinking I would switch out there, which is understandable. As he actually turns to be Focus Sashed. Okay. That was not something I was expecting. I really did not think he would focus. So, crud. Toxic. What is this? Bro, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I just run into this random stuff. I'm gonna lose to it now. Oh, my, I mean, yeah, okay, I still have Lycanroc. Do I need this anymore? At this point, like, I'm so low, I don't really need this. I'm just gonna Sludge Bomb. As we live! Awesome! Awesome, we tank the hit because it's a freaking Ninjask. As we get off some damage on the Darmanitan here. Honestly, can I keep this? If I had Pain Splitted there. If I had Pain Splitted instead of going for the Sludge Bomb, honestly, that might have been better. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. I'm not gonna lie, I probably messed that up really, really badly because, it's fine though. So we can bring in Lycanroc here. Psychic Fangs is absolutely free because I just get a kill on something. Actually, so is Crunch. What's stronger? Yeah, Psychic Fangs. So right here, Lycanroc is definitely gonna murder something as we get off a huge chunk on the Rotom. Let me see if this is just offensive. Alright, it is offensive. I got absolute min, but this should be able to knock him out. As down goes the Rotomo. Lycanroc putting in some work here in this matchup. Unfortunately, didn't do too much in our first game because the rest of our squad carried it. So I don't know, man. Lycanroc might not actually be that broken. I don't know. You guys let me know. Like I said at the beginning, in the team builder option, let me know what you guys think about it here. I don't want to lose Lycanroc. Wait, does this just drop? Bro, is this Focus Sashed? I'm really scared that this is like Focus Sashed. Should I be scared? I mean, Slowking is safe. I'm gonna be safe here because he had that really crazy lead. Whimsicott there. So I'm gonna Future Sight on a potential Protect here. Yeah, so this could be Subtoxic Protect, which is a little bit annoying. But honestly, we have tools to deal with that. I really didn't want to lose Lycanroc there because it basically ensures that Ninjask gets absolutely mollywopped by an Accelerock. And at this point, Lycanroc in itself just honestly wins. So we're in a pretty good spot here. I definitely don't see how we can do entirely too bad. Or just lose here, honestly. Scald is definitely free. I don't think... well, I mean, he doesn't have a good switch in there to our Slowking now because he lost his 2 grass types. So let's see what he wants to do here. Scald's free. I mean, Disable's fine. He does he... Wait, is this just a Sash? What am I facing? Bro, I'm so confused. What is this? Does he just have, like, Sash offense? So ends up bringing in the Ninjask. I'm just going to Stone Edge because we are Scarfed. That wasn't Sashed, surprisingly. Oh no, would Poltegeist be a problem? I have to Stone Edge and I lose. Okay. Please don't miss. Please don't tell me I just lost. Bro, no. No, are you serious? Are you actually serious right now? Oh my lord, thank you. Wow! Wow! What? Yeah, I just got Shadow Ball here. And then Accelerock. Dude, I got so scared. Oh, I really thought I choked that. This freaking offense, dude. What is this? What is this? Alright, so we pull out the victory. Good game to my opponent. Let's go ahead and get another one. Man, another Sylveon. Okay. This is going to be a little bit annoying. Much like before, but we do have Toxic now, and we do have Sludge Bomb, so hopefully we can deal So hopefully we can deal with this a little bit better. So we have Sticky Webs too. Starmie's honestly not that big of an issue. These Zarude could be a little bit annoying, but I feel like my best lead is probably going to be Mienshao. Or I can honestly just lead Weezing. Yeah, because I don't think he leads Starmie, and I can deal with Cobalion. Yeah, and definitely Zarude. So it ends up ending off of this. This is where a Will-O-Wisp would actually be a little bit more handy. I kind of want a Toxic, but he could U-turn right into Cobalion. So Strange Steam is definitely going to be doing some good chip to that, as he actually ends up bringing in the Starmie, which I doubt it would have the Natural Cure, as he actually turns to be bulky, so he actually could have Natural Cure. But we do get the Confusion, so I could stay in and risk it. Although there is a chance he might want to switch here, as he does end up bringing the Vikavolt. Is this really the worst thing ever, considering that we can potentially just go for a Future Sight, as he does turn out to have the Sticky Webs, which could be a little bit annoying, honestly, so we got to be careful with that. Is this the worst thing ever? He could go for a Volt Switch is what I'm expecting, so I'm going to make a switch into Seismitoad, expecting him to Volt Switch. This way, the following turn, by bringing in Toad, I can maybe bait in the Zarude, is what I'm hoping for. So he does Volt Switch there. So I'm going to make a double into Noivern here. Yeah, so he takes the default. He takes the Future Sight. Now we can go for default. He's definitely Choice Scarfed, as it turns out to be. As in comes a Sylveon. I'm fine with that, as I can potentially make a switch into my Slowking here, as he could bring in LYCONROC. Alright, and we're back. So he ends up bringing the Vikavolt here. I'm going to go straight for the Toxic, as he decides to go for the Roost. So he's Sticky Webs, Volt Switch, Roost. He could definitely go for Webs here again. Honestly, Strange Steam is kind of a safe play, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Strange Steam. Oh my lord, that did way more than I was expecting. Holy crud, okay. I mean, we're not plus Spadef, right? Yeah. So in comes the Arcanine, as he's going to be able to tank this. I kind of just want to go for the Pain Split here. He could go for the Will-O-Wisp, as we're able to tank the Flare Blitz, which is really nice. So we get back a little bit of HP here. He could potentially Morning Sun. Toad is kind of free here because it allows me to go for knockoff on his potential Morning Sun. And getting rid of any type of item at this point is going to be really nice. So I need to find some way to obviously break through the Sylveon, or at least get rid of the Starmie. If Starmie's gone, that's still going to be nice for us, because I click Close Combat a little bit easier there, as he makes a really good double here into the Zarude. This is kind of bad. I'm going to bring in Noivern in hopes that he probably goes for the Power Whip, but he does end up going for the U-turn. Unfortunately, this will give him a safe switch into the Sylveon, allowing him to potentially go for a Wish. If he brings in Vikavolt, that's a little bit annoying. If he brings Arcanine, that would be a throw, because I can just kind of click Draco at that point. I mean, more or less, Sylveon is definitely his best switch in here, considering that we don't have the best answers to it right now. I'm hoping it doesn't have the Toxic, though. So I can bring in Toad here. Slowking is also pretty safe to come in, since we are Assault Vested, as he is doing pretty good damage to us, not gonna lie. I might put Ice Beam over Shadow Ball. I know Shadow Ball came in handy in the previous game, but I feel like Zarude is way more common than Poltergeist, and being able to do some damage to Zarude is still really good, even if it does try to switch in on a Future Sight. So yeah, we're gonna go for the Future Sight here, as he brings in the Vikavolt. I can go ahead, bring in Toad potentially. Mienshao also might not be the worst. Actually, can I bring in LYCONROC here? LYCONROC seems like a pretty good switch, because he could go for rocks. Not rocks, sorry. He could go for webs. And now he's in a position of where he doesn't really have a good switch into me. Yeah, this is going to be taking this and Future Sight damage. Alright, that's what I needed. That is definitely what I needed. So I can Psychic Fangs here pretty safely now. Right? Actually, would Crunch? No, yeah, Psychic Fangs is pretty free. Alright, so we got rid of Cobalion. That's good. That's definitely his Stealth Rocker out of here. So we pick apart a bit of his team instantly. Webs are up, which are a little bit annoying, not necessarily. We know that this is bulky Starmie. As he goes for the Scald, if he gets the burn, yeah, it's not really that big of an issue. I'm going to Scald here, expecting him to try and bring in Zarude on me. I want to try and fish for burns against that, because the sooner I burn it, the better. And if he doesn't have Heal Bell on Sylveon, that's going to be absolutely phenomenal for us, because now we're going to have the Vikavolt Toxic and hopefully the Zarude burned. So I hope everybody's crossing their fingers. It actually does bring in the Vikavolt. Ooh, whoa! That did way more damage than I was expecting. Holy crap. I did not think that would do that much. Okay. He goes for Bug Buzz. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, that's really annoying. Is it worth the double down here? I guess. Dude, that crit really sucked because... yeah, I could have still had my thing. Okay, that's fine. In comes the Starmie. I kind of want to defog here. I'm just going to go straight for defog. I don't know, because he's defensive. I doubt he would have Ice Beam. He definitely has Recover, though. Okay, so yeah. We get rid of the webs. We got rid of Vikavolt. In comes a Sylveon. Unfortunate we lost Toad. Very unfortunate that we lost Toad. But we can bring in Slowking here. As it goes for the Hyper Voice. I kind of want to Scald immediately in case he does bring in Zarude. Come on. Can we get the lucky cheeky burn? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. I'm going to try and bring in... actually, no. I'm going to bring in Manshout here. Because we definitely take a Darkest Lariat. I don't think he goes straight for Power Whip. Yeah, and U-turn obviously is very safe for him to do. As I kind of want to stay in a knockoff. Hold on. We know he's fat. So, do we knock him out? Oh, we have a chance. We have a chance to knock him out here, and I really want to risk it. I really want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Yeah, so we can U-turn. In comes our Wheezing, and I can honestly just Pain Split here. Oh, did we give him HP? Oh, well, that's a little bad now, isn't it? That's fine. So he Flare Blitzes again. We can Future Sight here. This could be a little bit of a longer match, which might be our last game. Like, Sylveon is literally the biggest issue for us right now. So yeah, I'm going to bring in Wheezing here. As he does U-turn again. So it looks like he's just going to keep this up. Bro, I really don't think that this has... what's it called? Ice Beam. I'm going to bring in Noivern. As he flip turns. Oh, I could have Strange Steamed there. Even if he brings in Zarude, like, I can just Roost and then I keep this at full, which is fine. Because he's going to take... he either has to bring in Zarude or he has to bring in Sylveon to take the Psyshock. Not the Psyshock, sorry, the Future Sight. And I still don't think that this thing has Heal Bell. So it's a matter of just trying to break through Sylveon, literally. Okay, so yeah, this team obviously struggles with Sylveon. I didn't necessarily realize that at the very beginning. So he does end up bringing in Zarude. I'm going to go straight for the Roost. Darkest Lariat, yeah, comes nowhere near to knocking me out. As I can honestly Roost again, or I can just Flamethrower here, expecting the Sylveon. Yeah, a Roost in there might have been a little bit better, but we could try and get a burn, as we do get the burn. So now we can get some type of residual on this. And I can just bring back in my Slowking. Actually, do I actually want to bring in Wheezing? I'm actually going to bring in Wheezing here. Because we can Sludge Bomb on the Arcanine switch in. Yeah, so I'm going to Sludge Bomb here. As in comes Starmie. Do some good damage to that. I'm going to Pain Split, I think. Expecting him to recover or Flip Turn. Actually. No, yeah. No. Frick. I got that turn completely wrong. So we can bring in Mienshao now at least and click Knock Off. As we're going to get rid of Arcanine at least. Okay, so that's fine. We get rid of Arcanine. This damage doesn't necessarily matter too much. In comes a Sylveon. I can't go straight into Slowbro. Oh, he turns out to have the freaking Heal Bell. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be really, really annoying. I'm going to try and Scald here. As we do nothing to the Zarude, unfortunately. I'm expecting him to go for Darkest Larity in this scenario. Yeah, so we can U-turn here. Hopefully we can win a speed tie if it comes down to it. Would he risk it though is a question. Oh, I shouldn't have let Weezing just drop like that. I was really expecting him to go for the flip turn in that scenario. Okay, so after all of that, we maybe have a chance to win. Potentially, we got a Stone Edge though. If we can hit Stone Edge here, we can have a chance to win. As we lose the speed tie, of course. Alright, so hopefully we can end it off with a dub here, as this dude has Umbreon, which is a little bit annoying. Why are all the Eon, like Sylveon is annoying, Umbreon kind of looks a little bit annoying, not necessarily. Close combat is going to be free once we get rid of the Weezing, which, speaking of Weezing, I could honestly just lead my Weezing. Would he lead Cobalion? I don't think so. He could definitely just lead Rotom. Or Zarude. I think I'm going to lead Weezing. Because if he leads Zarude, he's Scarfed. Okay, so he is Scarfed Zarude. I'm going to go straight for the Strange Steam. Expect him to catch the incoming Cobalion. As he actually ends up bringing the Weezing, we do some good chunk of damage to that. As he does not turn out to be leftover. So I'm going to try and Toxic here. In hopes that he does not bring in Cobalion here. But he actually ends up bringing his own Weezing. Which is fine. We don't have any means of statting this, unfortunately. But Sludge Bomb should do some good damage. Unless he... Why does this game hate me so much? Is this offensive? I feel like this is offensive Galar Weezing, honestly. So we're gonna knock off this thing's potential Choice Scarf here. Yeah, so we get rid of Scarf from Zarude, which is actually really handy for us. I mean, there's not really much else I can do right here besides bring in Noivern, because I don't want to risk bringing in Weezing since we are really low. I need to get off a Pain Split on something with this Weezing. Would he bring in Umbreon? No, he's going to bring in his own Weezing at this point. So we can bring in Slowking in that scenario. Maybe try to bait in Umbreon so we can go for a Pain Split. Is what I'm hoping for right now. Yeah, like, he definitely brings in Weezing or Umbreon. I don't think he brings the Cobalion. If he brings the Cobalion, that'd be a bit of a throw because I can just Flamethrower at that point. Yeah, he does bring in his own Weezing. That's fine. So we can bring in Slowking here. As he goes for the Strange Steam engine there, we can Future Sight. Most likely as in comes the Umbreon. I'm going to try to bring in a Weezing here in hopes that we can go for a Pain Split. as we should be able to get back some good HP on anything at this point. So yes, we bring this back up. I'm fine with that. We can now go for a free Toxic here as we catch the incoming Starmie. I'm not really too concerned about that. This definitely could be offensive, although I don't know if he has Thunderbolt or not, as unfortunately he does, and he gets the para. Dude, come on. Oh, that is so frustrating. Because this is definitely going to bite us later. I already know it's going to cost us. It's going to Kara cost us for sure. I'm going to try and Scald here. As we manage to get the burn. Okay, that's not the worst thing ever. Try to bring in Toad here and hopefully get up our rocks, as he's going to go for the Wish again. Just going to rocks here as he goes for the Heal Bell. Ah, so he is analytic. Okay. So I'm going to knock off these leftovers. I'm fine with this just constantly going for Wish and whatnot. So we can bring in our Cobalion, not Cobalion, sorry, our Weezing here, as it decides to bring in the Rotom. So we're going to Toxic here, as he more than likely is going to want to go for the Defog. That's fine with me. And this will force Umbreon to start using its Heal Bells, which, I mean, if we're going to play the long game here, then I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to Sludge Bomb as he stays in, goes for Hydro. We should do some good damage. Nice 30%. 40%. No, yeah, 30. What am I talking about? So I could just Pain Split here again, honestly. But Toad seems more or less like a safe switching, as he does opt to go for the Volt Switch there. And now the Toxic damage is starting to rack up on him. So the question is, does he have Pain Split or not? Either way, I want to get up rocks. I mean, if this is gone, I'm going to keep my rocks up then. I don't think he would have Defog on the Weezing too, would he? Probably not. So he could definitely go for a Wish here. I'm going to make an aggressive switch into Lycanroc. I really want a close combat here. I'm going to close combat. Like Weezing is such a safe switch in too, but if I can get rid of this, that would be huge. I mean, like, Psychic Fangs also really isn't that bad. I'm gonna Psychic Fangs. Yes! I don't know if we knock him out here, but if we do, yes! Down goes the Galar Weezing, and I basically click Close Combat for free the rest of this game. Yeah, Close Combat is really free the rest of this game. So here comes Cobalion. We do have Slowking. I'm hoping that he's not Swords Dance as he Iron Heads. That could be a little bit bad. I think I'm going to switch out here into Toad, because if he starts going for Iron Heads and starts flinching me... Well, actually, no. Would that be the worst thing ever? I mean, Scald is kind of free. Yeah, I'm going to Scald, actually. Yeah, I like Scald in this scenario. Okay, so in comes the Rude. Can we burn it? No, but we get fully paralyzed. So that's a thing, which is unfortunate. He definitely will U-turn here, most likely. And if he doesn't U-turn, we already knocked off his Scarf. So yeah, Noivern kind of comes in for free. Don't I just Draco? Yeah, I don't know why he made this play into Starmie. Okay, so I think we're going to end it off there. Yeah, we got 4 games, won 3 out of 4. Unfortunately, that third game, I don't know, man. I could have definitely done something a little bit different there. So yeah, we ended up changing up the Weezing set here, which I don't know, definitely has its benefits. Although Will-O-Wisp is kind of nice to still have. It would have been nice against that Cobalion in our last game, but it is what it is. Lycanroc definitely put in some work. Again, let me know, do you think Lycanroc should be banned from the UU tier if you've been playing UU? Personally, from what I've seen, and this is not me just going off of this Showdown live, but from what I've seen from the games I played against it, it's not necessarily the most broken thing ever. Like, it is hard to switch into, but I mean, its best set is most likely, as you can see here, Life Orb before attacks. I've seen lead Lycanrocs as well, which have been even less effective. It never really gets a chance to Swords Dance, although I really haven't run into too many like dual screen teams with Swords Dance Lycanroc. So I don't know, I'm still kind of on the fence. I don't personally think it should be banned, but if I care enough to, I will try and get Rex to vote on Lycanroc, but we'll see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let's make sure to demolish that YouTube algorithm. Leave a like, leave a comment. We'll be responding to all of you guys. And yeah, I will see you all next time with another upload. So later, everybody.
My brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping.